Yeah,
I think that's fucking ridiculous.
I'm still on this side, man. You can't. You just. You have to have some type of penalty, so that's harsh, so the guys won't run the yard. The inmates will run the yard if you don't put something like kicking Draymond.
You gave the flagrant 2 and you kicked him out of that game.
Yeah.
Like, that's not nothing.
It's not nothing, but he has to be smarter. The man has been like.
But there was
Sabonis
no sanction. There was no sanction for Sabonis.
Yeah, it was a technical foul.
He didn't get ejected.
But he got a technical foul.
But
he just held.
That's not
acceptable.
acceptable.
He
you held a man's leg in transition.
No,
that's
ridiculous.
ridiculous.
It was
That's ridiculous.
It was a horror move. It was.
Yeah.
It was a horror.
So
move.
then, like, if you're not gonna go further with that, then leave Draymond the fuck alone.
You got to be smarter if you're Draymond, man.
It is what it is, man. It's playoff basketball. Like, move on.
They're definitely gonna move on. I didn't want to see him suspended, but at the same
But
time,
then why champion that cause?
Because I understand. You know
Understanding doesn't matter. No, it doesn't. It really doesn't. Like, to understand something. Okay, if you do something wrong to somebody and you simply tell them, I understand I did something wrong, but you really don't, nothing changes other than you saying you understand, like, that's useless. That's absolutely useless. No, I think this is another travesty in the works, and it's just completely unacceptable. I think you just... And I don't think Zidane should have been taken out of the fucking final in 2010 or 2006 in Germany for headbutting the guy.
Oh, yeah, that headbutt. They talked about that today. I didn't really know too much about it.
Oh, it was fucking epic. But dude, let people play. Like, it's the playoffs, man. Yeah. But I thought another issue, like, just from the Warriors' perspective, is they got stuck with everything so high, and they didn't have space to run off of things, and whether it's like maybe some more backdoor action or just like spreading people closer to the baseline, they've got to change the spacing dynamics to get Steph and Clay what they want.
Well, last year they did that well with Peyton Jr. They would run him backdoor a lot.
And he's done that a few times in the series. Yeah. I just felt like, particularly in the fourth quarter, when the separation really occurred, there were so many Warriors possessions that just were like super congested, like above the foul line, and there was just nothing drawing defense out of that space, and it just became really hard to get quality shots.
All right, now let's argue about this Draymond Green suspension.
There's no argument. It's an injustice. This is grown man stuff. This is, the playoffs. You don't suspend guys. I mean, you just don't. Like, it does not serve a purpose. These are grown men. You're not teaching grown men lessons or any of that. That's when you're in school.
But that's what suspensions are for. So are you lobbying to take suspensions out of the game? Because you have to suspend folks.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see a point in suspension.
So you don't think, like, so here's my thing. Do I think it's as bad as whatever? No. And then they said he had like a chest contusion. I watched how I'm like, bro, you got a chest contusion.
Okay, we talked about this earlier with the teacher, with whatever.
Yeah.
He grabbed his foot.
For sure.
If you grab that foot, that's not a basketball play, and you deserve what comes next. I have no issue with that. None at all. Dude, you don't understand.
So
like, you don't understand.
If this was probably anybody else,
when somebody
they
does
probably
something,
wouldn't get suspended.
When somebody does something unsporting like that, like, I want them to die. Like, that is okay with me. Like, that's it. Like, I love to play.
The history of Draymond is why they suspended him.
Yeah, exactly. Which is stupid.
It's not stupid. You can't just let this man run amok every time the playoffs come around and kicking people in the nuts and pushing people over and stumping people's chests. Yeah. Every playoff run he's running amok. You can't have that.
Yeah, you can.
There has to be some level.
Why can't
Because
you?
the game has changed. They don't.
No.
It's
why,
not even that the game
why
has changed.
Can't you?
Because this is we want to play basketball. I didn't like it in the 50s.
What did Sabonis do?
I don't want it him.
Sabonis wasn't playing
He
basketball.
got a technical foul.
Yeah,
but
and
Sabonis
he got a chest off.
but he doesn't have a history.
Don't give me this history
That
crap.
matters.
No, it doesn't.
Now, if Sabonis tried to twist
So-
his ankle or something, then cool.
or if this was the 5th ankle he's grabbed or
Yeah.
something, that
Like
makes a
Grayson Allen.
difference.
Grayson Allen,
tripping,
sweep the
yeah.
leg.
Right, that makes a
the
difference.
Karate Kid.
Sweep
That
the
makes a
leg,
difference when
Grayson.
you're known
Grayson's
for
son.
it.
Yeah.
You know?
No, it doesn't, man. This is the playoffs. We want the best players on the floor. We want it decided on the floor. And you let that happen.
We got a saying in the neighborhood. I'm sure it's neighborhoods all over the country. Don't get tricked off the streets, man. Like if a person can that easily deter you and get and trick you into going to jail or getting in trouble, whatever, that you deserve to be there. Sabonis tricked Draymond out of the game. I mean, it's just simple. That's what LeBron did a couple years. That's what these
Look,
guys do.
here's the
If
thing.
you're dumb enough to keep falling for the same trick,
Here's my thing. He was penalized. They had flagrancy. He was ejected from that game. The Kings won. That's all you need to do. Let's line up and move on to game 3. It's not like this was something that no call was made and he carried on
What quarter
playing.
did it happen in again?
Huh?
What quarter did it happen in again?
it was pretty
Fourth
late,
quarter.
third or
Fourth
fourth.
quarter.
That's what I thought.
Fourth
So
quarter.
that's probably another reason why.
But you're ejected at winning time. Now I know they were down at the time, but like that was a penalty. Like we're being over punitive to carry this over, and it's not good for basketball. What's good for basketball is 2 good teams playing a compelling series. That's it. The rest is nonsense. Stephen A. agrees with me this time. He does.
He's a Golden State guy.
This is
You're
a,
a Golden
this is a
State guy.
grown man thing, man. I've never been a fan of somebody suspending. Never.
Never.
I never have been a fan of it. I mean, I now if somebody does something to me that I don't like, I want them to suffer a physical consequence. I don't want to suspend them. So like if Sabonis like tears an ACL tomorrow night, I'm okay.
Oh, Lord.
I am. Like you want to do goofy shit on the court? Well, that's it. I'm okay with that. But don't suspend people. Let it play out.
Okay. So the only suspension you agree with is Aaron Hernandez. That's about it.
Aaron Hernandez suspension?
Yeah.
No, he
I
was
still
unavailable
don't
to play because he was in jail.
I
I mean,
don't
no. I can also sir, do
You
you
wanna bring
need need to suspend him?
Oh,
mean, like-
man, you don't even agree with that one?
No, I mean like logistically. I mean from
I got
here's
into
the
arguing with one of my friends
here's the
that going with the whole
perspective.
Aaron Hernandez thing. Still to this day, they never found the gun that they said he shot the person with.
I thought they did.
No, they never found it. So they accused him of something, never found the weapon, never found him located with the weapon. All they had was he was in the same place.
Yeah, but just like OJ.
But his behavior at the house.
But just
they
like
had on
OJ,
camera.
yeah, they
you
have
did.
that.
Yeah,
Like he
see,
did.
no, I'm very like okay. I'm a big psychology guy,
Yeah.
and I'm if you act like you
Well,
know,
I told him, I said, listen, there's 2 things I look at, especially being locked up. There is he's probably guilty thing. But the law says that you're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. And that's where, like, I always get into the thing of, like, they do, oh, no, you guilty until proven innocent. And in that situation, I mean, just randomly talking about, I was like, they never had conclusive evidence.
Yeah, I'm not that. I mean, and as a lawyer, I don't care about that because I look. I mean, to me, when something happens, I'm like, what happened here? And I'm using the tools of psychology.
sure.
Like, okay,
He's insane for sure. Yeah.
There was like when I was doing an internship at the state attorney's office in Tallahassee. There was a shooting case. There was 2 employees going into Burger King very early in the morning, and somebody rolled up on them, shot the 2 people, and then they fled. And what ended up happening is that the gun was dispersed. Nobody found the gun. But when they found the guy that they arrested for the crime, he was in an apartment complex less than a mile away, and he was hiding in the attic. Like,
Yeah.
who else hides in an attic?
Yeah.
Like, what are
Why
you doing
hiding
there?
in the attic?
Like, that
Yeah.
said it all. I don't need a
Yeah,
gun.
for
I don't
sure.
need ballistics. You're hiding in an attic. Case closed.
Yeah.
Like, there's no other justification for that.
Yeah.
And like, it's just, I look at things that way, and that's,
I hear you.
I'm comfortable with those decisions. Like Casey Anthony. Who else killed the kid? Like, nobody.